Hello everyone! Sizzle season has just been released, and today we're going to be making my first impressions about all the new weapon kits and new weapons in Sizzle season, and I'll give my overall opinion of them. Be sure to like and subscribe for more Splatoon 3 content. Anyways, we're actually going to be doing something a bit different. We're going to be starting at the bottom of the list rather than the top than we usually do, because there's a lot more I have to say about these weapons and I want to go more in depth about them, and there's not very much over here. So let's start at the bottom with garbage. We have the Recycle Brella Mk2. Now, I am a huge Brella advocate, and this does hurt me to put this down here, but again, this weapon just is not very good in general. And the second kit that we have is Toxic Mist and Triple Splashdown. I'll give credit where credit is due on this weapon. Triple Splashdown is a very good special with this weapon. It synergizes very well since you're like going up close a lot. You could even launch your Brella shield and then use your Triple Splashdown to like set things up to push in more. And it's very helpful. Downside is it's 200p and not 190, so you don't get it as much as you used to compared to like say your Bubbler, which you had 190p on. And then the sub weapon is Toxic Mist. Listen, Toxic Mist is a very niche sub, and Recycle Brella is definitely not one of those niches. It can function on Rainmaker, definitely a Rainmaker weapon right here, especially with the Triple Splashdown with the shield. But why would you use this weapon when you have other short-range weapons with Toxic Mist, like Vanilla Tri-Slosher, that has an even better special with Inkjet, and a better main weapon in general? You would only use this if you're a die-hard Brella player like myself, but this is unfortunately not it, Chief. If it got a different sub-weapon, it could have been bumped up to very niche, but I think this weapon, they need to like buff it in some sort of way if they want this weapon to be rising. One thing you can do is buff the Brella shield HP, which if you buff it by like 50 HP, you have undercover shield HP, and that'd be really good for the weapon. Next up, we're on very niche. We're gonna start off with the custom Hydra Splatling. Hydra in itself is not in a very good category with the meta. It's just one of the slowest weapons in the whole game, and this meta is all about being fast. And yeah, when you're with the slowest weapon in the game, it's pretty hard to compete with a fast meta. It comes with Ink Mine and Splatter Color Screen. Ink Mine is very good on Hydra. We've seen this in Splatoon 2. Ink Mine has always been good with Hydra, so definitely W there. And then we get to Splatter Color Screen. Now, honestly, Screen is okay with it. One thing that you are able to do with the Screen is launch the Screen, and then you're able to charge up without the opponents noticing you charging up, but it's kind of like a double-edged sword because you can't see the opponent until you go through the screen. So it will be tough on that end, but this is definitely a more mobile Hydra, so it can be used in very niche scenarios. However, the vanilla kit is still perfectly fine for it. You have Auto Bomb, which is good poking or get off me tool, and there's also Booyah Bomb, which is Booyah Bomb, it's amazing. So you're just trading that for, do you really like Ink Mine with this thing, and maybe you want to set up some screen shenanigans. But honestly, if you want Screen with Hydra, maybe ask someone on your team to maybe get a Screen weapon so that we can have Booyah Bomb. But if you like Hydra, you're probably liking this one. Next up, we have the custom Wellstring V right here. Now, I'll get to what Wellstring does when we get to its vanilla kit, but for now, I want to focus on the secondary kit, which is Point Sensor and Wave Breaker. Point Sensor is I don't understand why this thing got Point Sensor. We have so many Point Sensor weapons in the game already. Why couldn't we have gotten something else, like Torpedo would have been awesome, or another Burst Bomb weapon would have been awesome, but we got Point Sensor. And then we get Wave Breaker. Now, Wave Breaker on its own is pretty good with this weapon synergy-wise. I get why they chose Wave Breaker, because it combos very well, especially since this thing has more explosion shots. It will combo better with the Wave Breaker compared to Vanilla Tri-Strainer. But unfortunately, Wave Breaker is not in this meta because, again, it's fast-paced. You throw Wave Breaker down and it's most likely either going to be ignored or destroyed. Plus, Bad thing is that if you're up against an opponent Wellstring and you throw your Wavebreaker down, they can instantly just destroy it in one shot. You would want to pick this one over the vanilla one if you, I guess, just really want location or you really want Wavebreaker. Now we're moving on to decent tier, and in decent we have the vanilla Wellstring V. Now this weapon is definitely better. So I'll explain what Wellstring does now. It fires 5 shots, I think each doing about like 30-ish damage. And it combos pretty well, and if a partial shot brings the explosions closer together so that way you can direct someone more easier, and then the full charge shot is the most spread out from the shots. So if you want a spread fire, then you would go with a full charge. If you want a more direct option, there's the partial charge, and I like that about it. You know, it has the option to do close range as well as long range. I feel like this weapon definitely has potential. I feel like just people need to get better at it. It does come with Auto Bomb, which honestly is so good. This is an amazing poking tool, location tool, get off me tool. Like, there's so many things Auto Bomb does. And finally, a strainer got a good sub weapon. And then we get Ultra Stamp. That's another main reason why I'm not putting this thing into pretty good tier, is because it comes with Ultra Stamp. Ultra Stamp, again, not in the best place in the meta. It's not an initiator. That's the main problem with Ultra Stamp, is that it doesn't initiate with your team, and a lot of the meta threats right now, you can easily shred and kill off Stamp. The only thing that's really good with it is it's good in Rainmaker for shredding the Rainmaker shield, and as well as it has, you can throw a Stamp as well to get like a little worse Trizuka shot. This weapon likes to be more back / midline compared to the vanilla Tri-Strainer, which is definitely a backline. So this is more of a mid-backline hybrid. So if someone does come up at you, Ultra Stamp can help in some certain ways. However, I feel like something like, I don't know, Splashdown would have been better, because we've seen that with X-Flow and it works phenomenal with it. Unfortunately, the Recycle Brella took it, but oh well. But yeah, I think this weapon has kind of potential, and yeah, Strainer players get a semi-W in this one. But still, again, very fun. We are now halfway done. We're on to pretty good tier. We are starting with the Bamboo Mk2. So Bamboo Mk2, we know what Bamboo does, is a really good combo tool and stuff, but now it gets a Fizzy Bomb and Super Chump. Fizzy Bomb, honestly, is one of the best subs you could have given Bamboo. It combos so well. One direct hit from the Fizzy combos well with a full charge of the Bamboo shot. And if you get multiple shots in, you may be able to do a partial or just a tap shot with it. It combos very well. It helps with its painting weakness, because for some reason the devs don't want to patch the slope glitch with it. But yeah. And then Super Chump, also very well with it. It acts as a shield for when the Bamboo tries going forward, as well as if you get hit by the chumps, one shot from the Bamboo kills you, so very helpful. This is definitely an amazing weapon, especially in splat zones, because the Fizzy Bomb, and you can just spam fizzies and then launch chumps and then spam fizzies again. I've seen a lot of people, including myself, run double fizzy with LDE, where you launch 2 Fizzy Bombs, then you spam chumps and then another 2 Fizzy Bombs. It's kind of crazy. The main reason why I don't think it will be in the meta tier is mainly because Bamboo itself is very hard to fit into a comp. You need a very specific niche team to work with the Bamboo. You need an entire team dedicated to working with the Bamboo. And one of the meta weapons is Pencil, and Pencil doesn't synergize as well with the Bamboo since they're both chargers. And you kind of don't want double chargers, but for people who are Bamboo players or looking to include a Bamboo in their team, this is definitely the kit for you. I don't really see a reason to go back to the other one, because Fizzy Bomb is just such a better special when compared to Auto Bomb. And then while chumps are as weak as say Killer Whale, I feel like chumps in the long term will be better, especially if you're playing with Bamboo. You can definitely play with the chumps with your team. So yeah, very amazing. And W Bamboo players having to wait over a year and they get a W kit. Next up, we have the custom Douser Dualies. Now Douser Dualies were already a pretty good weapon already. The main problem a lot of people said was the kit, and I fully agree. Now it's got a new kit with Burst Bomb and Triple Ink Strike. This is, again, another amazing kit. I think Douser Dualies got its best sub-weapon in my opinion. Burst Bomb just goes so well with it. It helps ping with its feet. It's a combo tool. It can take from a 5-shot to a 4 or 3-shot kill. If they're in the turret mode, that could even turn into a 2-shot with the Burst Bomb combo. And it just does so many things. It's also a poking tool. Again, it's a Burst Bomb. It's the best sub-weapon for Dousers in my opinion. And then we get to Triple Ink Strike. Triple Ink Strike would normally be bad on a dually, however Douser's likes playing a bit farther away, so I think Triple Ink Strike goes very well with this weapon, considering that it's already going to be on the more back side of the battle, so it can help support its team by throwing in those Triple Ink Strikes, then going in with a Burst Bomb maybe, and a turret mode, whatever it wants to be, it can go immediately aggressive with those Triple Ink Strikes. The reason why, again, similar situation to Bamboo, the reason why it's not meta is because it's a bit hard to launch Dousers into a team comp. However, if there is a dedicated team willing to play with Dousers, I feel like that this weapon will be very good. Next on our final list of pretty good is the Mint Decavitator. This is the standard version of the brand new Splatoon, and it's pretty awesome. So what makes this weapon unique is that it has a horizontal slash instead of a vertical slash, and it has insanely big dash compared to the other Splatoons. The dash is so much greater. The one thing that this weapon does struggle with is that it can't ledge poke as well as the other Splatoons, as well as having more ink consumption, so maybe some main saber might be good on this. Now on the kit, it comes with Suction Bomb and Big Bubbler. Suction Bomb goes really well because, well, it's a bomb, lethal bomb, good poking tool, and an outside indirect hit will combo with the charge slash, or I think even a basic slash too. Goes very well with it. And then we get Big Bubbler. Now, honestly, I'm a bit conflicted with this special. You can see what they're trying to do, matching the bubble with Mint Decavitator, where you would play a similar role as you would as a splat roller, where you would dash in with your large dash, place a Big Bubbler, and you can actually defend yourself inside the bubble. So I can see what they're playing on. My main problem with it is that the bubbler comes out way too slow. I've faced a lot of Decavitators, and I've just they set up a bubble and I'm still able to shoot because it still needs time setting up and I'm able to kill them. Against a slower weapon, yeah, the bubble comp might be better because they won't be able to get through your defenses as well, but on a more faster comp, then bubbler isn't really its thing, and also cannot initiate you, and the dash slash might be able to. However, again, you're going to be in very dips with the enemy territory, so you would have to definitely be careful with that. The reason why it's not meta is you'll see later on the better kit. Now we're on to meta tier. Compared to last season, this is definitely way more up in the quality spectrum, and I feel like we're going to have 3 meta weapons. First up is the Heavy Edit Splatling Nouveau. We already see Heavy Splatling, the vanilla kit with Tacticooler, as a very good option if you don't run Pencil. What does this kit have, you might ask? It has Splat Bomb and Crab Tank. Now, this thing, even though it's 210p, can farm a lot of crab tanks, especially if you equip Special Charge Up. I have 3 subs of Special Charge Up, and I get about 5 crabs a game. This weapon is insane with farming crabs and getting the team in, and especially if you love Heavy Edit like me, and someone's like, hey, I want to play Pencil, or want to play a different cooler weapon, you'll be like, okay, I can switch to this Heavy Edit with the crab tank, and I'll still get value from my team. It's very easy to switch between the cooler and this kit, so definitely W for Heavy Edit players. And the Splat Bomb, a lot of people were like, why Splat Bomb? Because you don't really use sub-weapons with Splatlings, but it is still a poking tool for it and a lethal bomb. I also like to use the Splat Bomb in the same way a vanilla Splat Charger does, where if someone gets close to you and you don't have your charge ready, you can just place a Splat Bomb and run away, and then when they approach you, you'll have your charge at least partially, and then you'll be able to splat them. Definitely Splat Bomb helps it there. It's not gonna be as versatile with movement base compared to its curling bomb, but I think Splat Bomb is still very good. A Splat Bomb is a Splat Bomb at the end of the day. Now next up, we have the Charcoal Decavitator. I've tested this weapon, and to be honest, it's amazing. I feel like, again, it's gonna take some getting used to, and that's why it's not number 1. because I think that this weapon just needs some getting used to with a lot more people. There's still people trying to figure it out. The main reason why I place this over the Mint, I think the kit is just better. It comes with Splash Wall and Inkjet. Splash Wall kind of fits a similar role to a big bubbler, where you can place it down and protect yourself. And since this thing has a long range, it will fit perfectly by trying to get yourself in. And it also comes with Inkjet. Now Inkjet is a really good initiator, really good special, and another thing that we've seen with Splatoon Stamper with the recall is that you can do a dash slash immediately after your recall. And Charcoal Decavitator does it even better considering it's got a longer dash slash, so you gotta be watching out for that Inkjet recall because someone could just go the distance and slash you dead. This kit is definitely better compared to the Mint in my opinion, and that's why it's above it, and I feel like it's gonna go with it. You might even see a double Stamper, a Stamper Charcoal Decavitator, or if someone just doesn't want to play Stamper because they don't like Stamper, they can play this weapon, and I think the team will just be just fine. Now, number 1 in the meta, it's gotta be Custom Range Blaster. We've seen this weapon already, and this weapon has Suction Bomb, Wave Breaker. Wave Breaker combo's okay with it, but it's not, again, it's the same thing as I said with the Wellstring. It's not good in this current environment. So, imagine switching that bad Wave Breaker in this meta for an aggressive Kraken. Yeah, a lot of people were scared of this weapon, and they have every right to be scared. If you know anything about Splatoon 1 CRB, it's crazy there. And I don't think it's going to be as crazy as Splatoon 1 CRB since Kraken is it has been reworked entirely and is more balanced in this game. It's still a really good menace threat, and I feel like Splat Bomb, in my opinion, is just a better bomb compared to Suction Bomb because you have more flexibility, you can roll it on the ground. There's just so many places that you can put a Spot Bomb, and of course it couples with the indirect of the damage with the Custom Range Blaster. And yeah, that's why I think it's the number 1 meta, because I highly doubt anyone's going to be playing the other Range Blaster kit after this one. There's like maybe the shorter maps might need Wave Breaker, or maps that use a lot of grades definitely might want to use the Wave Breaker kit on that one, but in my opinion, I think Custom Range Blaster is the best one out of this season. But in general, the quality has gone way up in this season. My overall opinion about this season and its weapon kits is definitely the best kits we've ever gotten. I've enjoyed every single one of them, including the stupid Recycle Brella. But yeah, these kits definitely a step up compared to last season, and I think it's the best weapon kits we got in all season. That's a strong take, especially since I might have some of that recency bias, but I just think that these kits are that good. And we have so many kits in this, like we have 6 weapons on here that are considered either pretty good or meta relevant. That's just showing you how good the quality is on these kits. I hope you all enjoyed this video of my ranking, and I hope to be doing more Splatoon 3 Sizzle Season content. I do plan on making a full-on Sizzle Season review. However, I am waiting for the Stamina Run rotation because we've got a new Grisco weapon, and there's a brand new the big run event, so I'm definitely going to be waiting for that. And then I'll probably put out a season review, and yeah, and I'll see y'all next time.